This is Native Earth Angel. Greetings, greetings. Hello, Earth Angels. Oh my goodness. This has been a whirlwind of energy this past almost 2 weeks. My apologies for the delay. I have definitely been experiencing a lot of energy. There are things attempting to attack me, and I have been well protected, and I have experienced what I would call energy, like the seeping in of people's energy that they have attempted to send my way. So I am exhaling and here and happy, and it is a beautiful day here where I am in California. And I have some wonderful messages of love and abundance for the collective. So if this is your first time tuning in, I want to welcome you and thank you for taking time out of your day to come and be a part of my family. And for those new subscribers that I have, thank you so much. I'm so excited. I'm not so much of a social media person. I am a recluse. I'm going to be honest. And that is in every way imaginable, even with social media. So this is a lot for me to get out here like this. And I am very grateful for those people that have subscribed. And things are going to come together, and I will definitely be getting messages out there more frequently. So I thank you for hanging in, and I send you lots of love and light. And these overall messages of abundance that I have today are beautiful. Good people do good things with money. The world gets better when I'm rich. So I'm speaking to those good people out there that have so many beautiful plans to do good things with the money and the wealth and abundance and prosperity that you have coming your way. And next I make decisions that align me with my highest financial good. So there are individuals out there in the collective that are doing really good things to set themselves up financially. I am rich in every area of my life, including my finances. So I'm here to tell you, even if it doesn't look like that on paper, you are rich. And this beautiful divine message that I have for a small group of the collective. Let's see. I have a message for the collective, and there's two groups, and I'm going to do my best to be as clear as possible. So I have a group that are moving on. I have been seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities, and I have come to terms with the message here that there's a group that are moving on. And as I said that, my pup over there did like a jolt, like he felt energy. He's my energy partner here. We sense the same energies at the same time. So I'm going to take a deep breath and breathe through that and say there is a group that you've tried and you've put a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of energy, and it's time to move on. You have received the message that you needed, and vice versa. And you guys have both come to terms with the fact that it is time to move on. And collective, even if you're the person that's come to terms with it and the other person is still struggling with that, you know who you are. This is not news to you. I am not here to give the news to you. I'm here to confirm it. And the second group I have out there in the collective, you have gone through a lot, and this is the group that's staying together. So either there is a relationship there and you guys have just had a strain. Maybe there's been a separation, a physical separation, or even just a separation within one home, um, or even just an emotional separation. You guys are coming back together. And then I have a group who have actually been separated. And this may be anywhere between 3 months to about 3 years, Holy Spirit has told me. And you feel that this is your person, and you both have been doing a lot of shadow work, a lot of spiritual growth, a lot of emotional healing and finding love for yourself. And now you guys are getting closer to being one again. And then I have a small group within that collective of having a mate right now, um, that you are not with your person, though you've done all of this work and you are waiting and awaiting. And maybe you've been single for a while and you want it and you feel it, and you may be feeling a little hopeless. I'm here to tell you, don't get hopeless. It's coming. Keep your faith, stay strong, and continue to work on yourself and continue to work on what you love. So, for those people that I have that are together, and that are putting that energy out there, and you're ready for a new person, and you are single or you're in that relationship and you are working towards the beautiful connection that you know you will have together, I am here to tell you I have two individual energies that I feel here. One representing the male, and that is my King of Hearts. And it's so beautiful. These cards are absolutely gorgeous. And I have my Queen of Clubs. So, right there, when I look at these two, if this is your first time visiting, I read playing cards a lot. I will eventually read some tarot as well. But this is how I do most of my readings. And I have been using playing cards a lot longer. I did this even as a child. So we have a King of Hearts, and heart, let's say royalty, they tend to wear their heart on their sleeves. If you're represented by a king or a queen of hearts, you're a person who is very affectionate, very nurturing, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. You have a lot of love, and your love language is usually affection, hugs, kisses, rubs, things of that sort. That's how you speak your love language, especially in your relationship and with your, if you have a family or if you have little ones, that is your love language. Usually it's affection, even cooking, any types of nurturing and caring. It may even be cleaning, housework, doing things, taking care of a person, and that type of nurturing manner. Um, you are a person that loves and loves hard. And it's no secret. When you are in love, it's obvious. People don't have to guess. Your partner doesn't have to guess. Then we have this Queen of Clubs. Clubs are nurturers as well. They are very well balanced individuals. They have a good, keen sense of making financial wealth, not just making money. And I chose my words very carefully because they're not just good earners of money, not just good workers. They're really business oriented individuals. Like, even as an early age, they may be the ones that started, you know, businesses at an early age, whether it was, selling things on the corner. In my neighborhood, we had some young guys that were out there selling toys that they bought at, some store, and they bought them in bulk, and they're out there selling them, and, donations and things like that. So this is a person that thought to do that kind of stuff. Maybe they're going door to door, and they started their own business caring for lawns. They're just very business oriented individuals, but they are also very nurturing. I love the idea that they, to me, they have a really good balance, and they're beautiful people. Both of these people are really, really beautiful individuals. And I love this one. It looks like there is a ceremony taking place, like there's a release of love, and almost like a blessing that's coming forth. And here there is a mother, and she's nurturing and caring for her child. You can tell in even the way she's looking at this child that there's a lot of love and a lot of affection. So this is in a divine group. This match, this mate, is beautiful. They really do complement each other, and they really do well together. Both of them have a good business sense. Hearts tend to be very artistic people. They can be performers, they can be artists, they can be designers, anything that has a bit, they can even be carpenters. They just anything that has any kind of artistic sense and a fashion for, let's say, the divine, like seeing things where they're very optimistic people. They see things that others don't. And the clubs tend to have that as well. They can be um, very business oriented, as I said, but they tend to be very well rounded, keeping their family as a priority as well. They even see what they do financially as a way of providing the family with the financial stability that they need. So, moving right along, a lot of the signs that I did see this week, lots of numbers building up to this reading, especially because it took me so long. I had 404 repeatedly, and we see that as determination and resilience. 414, spiritual growth and divine support. I have 424, maintain your positive mindset if you're working towards changing your goals. Then I had 434 a lot. Trust your abilities. Also, trust the universe, your creator, God, Jesus. Trust your guides, your ancestors, and your intuitiveness as well. 444, divine protection, guidance from your angels, and I had 1111 show up so much. Here's a doorway opening, and I can just feel the light shining in and almost coming from within. You are being drawn to a different way of existing, a different way of life, a different way of loving, a different way of being. You're also being aligned. I also want to urge you that there are so many new beginnings, whether you're in this relationship or this relationship is old soul reunion that has been waiting to be reconnected here in this lifetime. There are so many new beginnings coming. And let's see. Um, there is also a meeting or a reconciliation coming forth. And this union, if you are wondering, is definitely a twin flame union. Now, additional signs that I did see were birds. I noticed a lot of birds while I was outside and on my way to work. I noticed birds, they were flying together, though I did see some flying together, and then one would veer off and just take off on its own. I noticed that with crows, I noticed that with the speckled doves, and speckled doves are the love doves, are lovebirds, and they're also represented by Oshun, who is, the goddess of love. So when I did see that, I got this distinctive feeling. So I either saw two together and they were taken off and it looked like they were, in love, and here they are together. And then I also saw a few that they would take off together and one went one way and the other went the other way. And then I also noticed that with the birds and the way they were perched. Either they were perched in a tree and one was up high and one was down low, or one was on the tree and one was on the ground. Now, I'm not a bird expert, so I'm not really sure how normal this is, but being the person that I am and always looking and finding signs and synchronicities, and being a person that is extremely intuitive, and I feel things, see things lots before they happen. Lots. It can be overwhelming and creepy, but in my family, I am cherished because if I call you and tell you that something's going to happen, I am believed because I have a very good track record. And by very good, I mean 100%. So when I saw this, the things that I felt is that what I was feeling was that there are couples that are together and they've made it through the storm and they're going to stay together. There are couples that did not make it, or they have decided that this is not what they wanted. They are not growing together and they have actually grown apart, and they have decided, or one person has decided to move on. So I have also seen butterflies. So in the garden where I work, there have been several butterflies, and these butterflies, like they're, let's say they're two, and they're kind of playfully flying around each other, and they almost gave this energy of love instantly when I did see them. And I've also mentioned, if this is not your first time here, dragonflies. I see a lot of dragonflies, and they're like in this mating position. So while seeing those butterflies that are flying around each other, there would be a lone monarch. And that butterfly was almost spreading its wings for the first time and just taking off on its own. And what I got from that is there's been a transformation. You and your partner together, or you and your partner together on your own, have transformed. And this relationship has transformed. And this relationship is embracing the love. Now, this is for the group that is staying together that I'm talking about, because I have distinctively felt this. I've prayed on this, I've fasted on this, and I have come to terms with the fact that there are two distinctive groups. There is the group that's enough, and you guys are going your own way. And there is the group that you have overcome the storm and you're staying together. So let's see, was there anything else? There was also a lot of partly cloudy skies. So I would start my day off and there was really partly cloudy skies, but then by the end of the day, the sun had come out. So again, it was that feeling that there was a lot of tumultuous, uh, let's say, events that took place, and you guys have weathered it and you are staying together for that group that's staying together. And even if you are not together and this is happening apart, or you are on your own, you have withstood a lot in your life, either with your finances, it could be with your job, with your education, if you're in school, but you have made it through this storm, and you can feel this pull that someone is coming. Like, it's almost to the point where you see all of these couples around you, you're not feeling jealous, but you're feeling anxious, and you feel it. You feel that this person is coming to you. Either is a person from your past, in this lifetime, or a person from your past from another lifetime. And let's see. All right, so that was it. Moving right along. Thank you guys for your patience. I love you guys so much. So I'm going to read this the way I felt it, right? So with this situation, you have learned to love yourself. Now, it doesn't matter what group you are in, you have learned to love yourself. And if you are part of the group that's separating from your person, that is part of why you have both decided to go your own ways. I am feeling, with the birds that I did see that were perched on different perches, the feeling that I got from that is someone didn't level up, or there was an outgrowing of people, or people outgrew this situation. So either both of you outgrew the situation and you just don't match. Maybe you guys met during the time when you were younger and you used to play video games and do different things together. And one person is like, I'm done gaming. I don't feel that anymore. And not to say that's enough to separate, but there are so many other things as well that you guys have grown out of the situation. Maybe it's your spending habits, whatever it is, there is an outgrowing of situations. Now, on the other end, there is the group that's staying staying together, and you have learned to love yourselves. And that is part of the issue, or that was part of the issue. There was a lack of love for yourselves. So you were expecting the other person to pick up the pieces. You were expecting the other person to give you the love that you weren't giving to yourself. Now you've learned to love yourself, you're giving it to yourself, and you see that it's not this person's job to make you feel happy, that it is your job to make yourself feel happy, and you guys together are going to make your lives worth living, more so by bringing more happiness, more joy into each other's lives, not all the happiness, all the joy. And I think that's where we are. That's the feeling that I'm getting. Holy Spirit is telling me. So with this, you have created peace. Cultivate inner peace regardless of eternal circumstances. So I feel like no matter what you were going through, whether it was issues at work, issues with your business, issues with your love life, issues with your children and how you guys were coming together, parenting, maybe there were issues with, different religious groups, you coming from one religious group and the person coming from another, and you guys being one, and just issues, whatever these issues were, you guys are coming to a place where you can find the inner peace. So it's helping with the outer piece of this relationship. And then we have connection. So we are working towards the connection that this group needs, that this love relationship needs, and it's been searching for. So if this couple have been together, the connection has just been feeling off. Maybe you guys have been spending space apart, whether you are in a separate home and you guys have gone your own way, or this couple has taken a relationship break. Either way, there is a reconnecting. And I'm feeling like this connection is also telepathically. You and this person really think of each other and draw each other into each other's circle. And I know that's resonating with at least a small group within the collective. Um, Someone in this relationship felt like, I can't carry this love alone. So I am feeling like that was the King of Hearts. Now, that King of Hearts can also represent a feminine person. There are some relationships where there is a more feminine person that is the role of a king, if that makes sense. And this could be even with a same sex coupling or a heterosexual couple. There are some women that represent the king and some men that represent more of the queen. And it's not a sexual thing. It can be just the way they were brought up, or their nurturing side, or just them as a person. It could be their zodiac. It could be, a lot of things that contribute to that. But this King of Hearts here, that I mentioned earlier, who wears their heart, this big, wonderful heart that's always giving, always caring, always loving. They wear it on their sleeves, and they felt they're on their sleeve, and they felt as if they were carrying this love alone, and they cannot continue on that way. Though things have changed, either the group, like I said, either this is part of the reason why you guys are deciding to go your own way, or this is part of why you are deciding to stay together, because there's been a deep realization, awakening, like I mentioned with some of the numbers that I brought up earlier, where there is a deep awakening that you do need to recognize this person's value and what this person does for you, and speak their love language, even if it's not your original love language. My needs and feelings deserve to be heard. So this is also coming from, I'm feeling this King of Hearts energy. And I'm learning to open my heart once more. So there is one person in this relationship that may have felt as if they weren't safe enough to open their heart the way they wanted to, though they are working on doing that now. You are perfect to me, flaws and all. So that is such a beautiful sentiment. Someone feels as if you are perfect no matter what is going on. So I have a few messages that I laid out earlier to help just further confirm that this is your relationship, that this is your person. Where there is love, there is life. So this is some messages just to help you to keep going, help you to stay focused, to understand that where there is love, there is still life. Tell the truth. Honesty heals. So there's been some tough truths that have come out, some difficult issues, or excuse me, difficult truths that came out of this relationship, and they are definitely helping to heal and move forward. I have found the one whom my soul loves, and this came from the Bible. And I have a few more. Be not afraid of failure. The fear lies in never trying. I always love this quote and just wanted to add it. Some of these quotes, I don't know who they came from, so I just want to make sure I share them. Progress, not progress, or excuse me, perfection. So I think we come to a realization that this relationship doesn't have to be perfect as long as you guys are both willing to be moving in the right direction, and that's forward and moving together, no matter how fast or slow you are moving. And this popped out. This is a blessed union. And because I've been seeing the 1111, definitely a twin flame union here. Um, Now, this came out a little different. So I'm going to read it the way it came out. The first one that came out was forward movement. This relationship has been moving forward for those of us that are staying together. And for those of us that are moving away from each other, that forward movement is making that hard choice. Holy Spirit is telling me it's been a hard choice, a hard decision to make to move forward. And it says, move forward from the heart, guided by your inner compass toward the future. So I have a feeling either side of this couple or this group, you are moving with your inner compass as your lead in this situation. And the next card that popped out was hope. There's been a lot of hope here. You guys have hoped that you stay together if you are one of the couples that are not together. Even if you're one of the couples that are together, there was still a lot of hope to repair this relationship on either side. And there's also still hope for the best. There's a small group that you are leaving a person behind that doesn't want to be left behind, and you're hoping that this person finds their way to the light at some point. I have a feeling they've been trapped in a lot of darkness. Their dark night of the soul is turning into dark days, dark weeks, dark months of the soul, even dark years of the soul for some people. Holy Spirit is telling me. And you can't wait for that. If you know that it's time to move on, you know that it's time to move forward. So hold on to hope and look forward to the future. So keep going, keep moving forward. This is the best decision for you either way. And again, I'm not the messenger, I'm the confirmer. This is not a message for people that are still on the fence. This is a message for people who have been on the fence, have sat on the fence so long, the fence started breaking. The fence has now forced you to come to terms with your choice, and that is to move on. Or you've been on the fence for a while and you guys have together made this decision to move forward. This is a confirmation. It's not a message for people who don't know what they want. For you people, I've been urged to say to pray, to fast, to open your Bible. Do one of those prayers where you pray with your hand on the Bible and you just open it to a random page. You pray for guidance. You pray for the truth. the truths that you're looking for, and see if you can find it in your word. I often do that and find the answers that I'm looking for. So with this forward movement and with this hope, taking time to look forward to the future, you have found your safety and you feel protected and stable, grounded in security, no matter what life has brought you and no matter what life will bring you. And that is together or apart. You are ready to face any storm. You are ready. You're ready to go ahead and move forward. So I wanted to get a few more messages. Oh, one just popped out. Just to get a little more clarity. Let's see, what else does Holy Spirit have for the collective? Let's see, what else? Let's see, what else does collective have? Or what else do we have for the collective? What other messages? Let's see. Okay, so this popped out. I'll just lay these. Oh, lots. Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, this is definitely, yeah, this is okay. A lot. My gosh. All right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. This is towards the end. All right. Okay, perfect. And this was one. I'll read this in order here. And the 7, 8, especially because it's a lot of suits. Okay. So just to close out this message, just a little more information about this situation. I am seeing there were a lot of issues with money. If there was a separation between you two, just to give you a little additional confirmation, if this message is your message, there was a lot of issues with money. I have the 7 of Diamonds. That is, it's a good suit, but it lets me know the 7 of Diamonds is a path. This lets me know there's definitely an artistic group out there. Whether this is you or your partner, perhaps you or your partner didn't feel like the person agreed that this would be a way for you to make money, for you to protect or sustain a lifestyle for the family. And there's been the decision to split. So we have this card here, and it was in reverse. This is the 2 of Clubs. That means there was a decision to go your own way for that group that decided not to go their own way. That's part of it. It wasn't just because of the finances, but this is a couple. This has a lot to do what a couple can bring forth, whether it's a roommate or a friendship situation, any kind of situation, a business situation, just 2 people working together for the means of finances. So since this reading has been all about a group, a couple, I will say that this is part of it, that there was an artistic pursuit. Maybe there was a change of a path here. I'm getting there might have been a change in, let's say, job, work, business. Maybe you just took another path with your business career. However, there was fears that this wouldn't bring the money that you thought it would. So there was this possible split and conservation of the finances with this 6 of Clubs. This is hold on, don't spend. Um, we may not make it, we may not be together. This venture may not make it. This venture may not be together, may not work, may not thrive, may not just survive, but thrive. We have the 5 of Clubs here. Also, getting better, 5 or 6, still investments for the future, but still careful investments, not just wanting to jump all in. So we have a death. This is representing, this was an end, or this is a new beginning. This would be equivalent to the death card in Tarot. It's representing the Ace of Spades. We're starting over. Either you're starting over with your couple, your group, your business, or you're starting over as far as starting from scratch, going out there alone, ready to take care of self, that love yourself moment that we spoke of earlier, so that you can get to a point where you can have that mate and that couple relationship that you're looking forward. Then we have four clubs, also same thing, half empty, half full, represents, that four can be divided by two. Investments for the future, but good things are coming. Finances are picking up. Finances just not exactly where you want them to be. I get excited because it kept going, and like, here we have the two. We can say 2, 4, 5, 6. Then we have 7, 8, 9. All clubs. All clubs. Clubs are good. They're all about, the rebirth. They're all about money. They're all about stability. They can advise you not to spend. So that's what I'm saying in the beginning. I think a lot of it could be with a career change, the loss of a job, the wanting to maybe start your own thing, and maybe not feeling like you have the support and stability from your family or from your finances to do so, especially your partner, is what I'm getting with this layout. So just to give you a little more clarity. So then things are getting better now. You have the 7 of clubs, which is, yeah, go ahead. Take that time now. We're in the present now. It is time to take the time to invest. I'm getting this Ace of Clubs. He came out in reverse. He's supposed to be this way. Beautiful cards. I love these cards. Beautiful, beautiful images. But he was upside down. This ace is also the gambler's card. So I mean, not ace. I'm saying ace because that would have been beautiful. It was the ace of clubs. But the 8 of clubs, it means it's the gambler's card, but it was in reverse. So we want to be careful how we invest, even though you are being urged to invest. And I say that because then we have the 9 of clubs. This is kind of like a wish card. If you're wishing for anything to succeed, proceed with caution because we have it upside down, but it's going to succeed. And that again can be traced back to this relationship. This union it has every bit of energy to be extremely profitable, to be extremely blessed for both of you. You complement each other, even if you do the same thing. Maybe you both are performers. One is an actor, one is a singer. Maybe you're both singers, but you sing in different genres. One is a rapper, one is a singer, country singer, whatever. You guys complement each other. You really do. Even though you may be night and day, you may be really, really different. But your ventures, your overall projected path, your dharma, it matches each other. You're a twin flame. You're a good couple. It's saying, be cautious. Upside down, a gambler's card. Be cautious. But now is the time to make your investment. Now is the time to bet on yourself. And here's the reason why: bet on this relationship, bet on this love. If this is a person that's saying, I want to stop being a lawyer because I want to do X, Y, and Z, it's okay to take a break, a sabbatical away from being a lawyer to follow your goals just for a moment, because everything is aligned. You really can be very successful. I'm just here to say, definitely proceed with caution. Make sure your partner is on board. But if your partner is there and this is part of the struggle, you guys are coming together. This relationship is definitely going to be very profitable, and it has the potential of being very, very blessed. You just make sure you stay connected, keep the hope, keep moving forward. You have this 3 of diamonds, which is a beautiful card. That is a couple coming together and building. That is a group coming together and building. There is a baby that comes from this diamond union. There is a baby of business, a baby of life, a baby of love, a baby of energy, the birthing of a brand new type of stability. I hope that helps. I hope that was clear. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love and light. Keep your hope, keep your focus. Make sure you continue to always love yourself. And remember, this couple, this group, you guys are very rich and airy in every area of your life, and you deserve all the riches that are coming to you. Thank you, Earth Angels, for visiting Native Earth Angel channel. Thank you so much. Please take the time to possibly subscribe. Thank you so much for growing my family, my new subscribers. I'm so excited. Yay!